Good afternoon, students. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. So, before I am going to start a class, so I am instruct you to students. Please take your textbook in your hand, sit in front of your system, or take a mobile. Please listen the class. Okay. So, till yesterday, I had taught about the third chapter, scoping. What's the third chapter? Scoping. Till now, we have studied about third chapter called scoping. So, yesterday, just I start the fourth chapter, algorithmic strategy. Just I gave an introduction about algorithmic strategy. Isn't it or not? Yes. So, once again, I just read it. What do you mean by algorithm? In simple, we say means algorithm is just like a procedure, isn't it? So that only best example I said, that's like a physics practical. In physics practical, before if you are doing a practical, what you will do? You will write procedure, isn't it or not? Yes. So procedure, what you will write? What are the things you are doing in the practical? So all the things you are written in theory format, step by step. That's the important point. Step by step. So what task you are doing in a practical, that you are going to write in a step by step manner. That is called as, that is similar as a algorithm. Understand? So see, algorithm is a finite set of instructions. What do you mean by instructions? So in procedure, what you will write? First take this device, then you connect this wire to a particular device, isn't it? That's instruction. Like that, in algorithm is also a finite set of instruction to accomplish a particular task. So you are going to accomplish a particular task. So just like a procedure, it is also a step-by-step procedure for solving a given problem. You are going to solve particular problem. So you need to write the problem or so your problem by step-by-step manner. Understand? So each and every the algorithm must have proper input and output. For example, if you are typing the program in the system, so what's the input of that program? So you are typing, no, that's the input. So if your program is correct, you will get proper or expected output. Isn't it or not? Yes. So why we are developing this algorithm? So algorithms are mainly used to develop, you can able to store the data, variables, functions, and also if you are storing the data from the data storage, which time you need, you can able to retrieve the data from data structures also. So data structure is nothing but, so some examples are also they have given yesterday. I said arrays, structures, list, tuples, dictionary. These are all the things you have already studied around in 11th standard itself. So the way of defining algorithm is called algorithm strategy. This is important one word question. What do you mean by algorithmic strategy? The way of defining, in which way you are defining the algorithm. That algorithm is called what? Algorithmic strategy. Understand? Yes. So next this is the terms you are using in algorithm, or what are the things you are doing inside the algorithm. So listen, first one is search. So search, what's the meaning of the word search? So you are searching something, isn't it? So normally what you will search, you are searching particular things or you are searching particular items, anything. Likewise, so here already I said in an introduction part, so you can able to store the data in where? Data structures. What are the data structures? Maybe an array, list, dictionary, tuples, etc. etc. So you are going to search means you are going to search a particular item from the data structure. So already you are saved the particular items in a data structure. You are going to search particular items from the data structure. So you are going to search particular item. For that particular algorithm or algorithms or techniques need. For that searching, you are using two algorithms. Okay, two algorithms. What are they means? Linear algorithm and binary search algorithm. How many algorithms you are using? Two. What are they? Linear search algorithm and binary search algorithm. Understand what do you mean by search? You are going to search a particular item from the data structure. That means that is storage. If you are storing some things in some data in data structure, from the data structure you are going to search particular item. For that searching, you are going to using how many thing algorithms? Two. What are they? Binary search as well as linear search. Understand? Second thing is a sort. So name itself you can know what do you mean by sort. Sort means particular order. Anything. Particular order means what do you mean by sort? We can able to sort the elements based on an alphabetical order, maybe a small letter, maybe in capital letter, or ascending order or descending order, anything. Okay. So you are going to sort in particular order. Any one order. You are giving particular order. Based on that order, you are going to sort the elements stored in data storage. Okay, so in this sorting also you need particular algorithm. Understand? So you need particular in search we are using two algorithm. What are they? Linear search algorithm as well as binary search algorithm. Likewise, sorting also you are using three sorting techniques. What are the how many sorting techniques you are using? Three. What are they means? Bubble sort, insertion sort and selection sort. How many searching techniques you are using? Three. What are they? Bubble sort, insertion sort and selection sort. Understand now? Two. What are the search and sort? Next thing, insert. So first you are going to create one data structure. Data structure means nothing array. Consider array or list. Already array or list is there. So you, for example, you buy one empty box. So or empty pencil box or anything, geometry box is there. So whether you will kept anything inside this box or always you will keep the box as empty. Just a thing. So what you will do? So if you buy any new geometry box means you will keep what are the pencils, eraser, sharpener, everything you keep kept inside this pouch or box, anything. Isn't it? You will fill that thing. Likewise, so already you have created one data structure. Data structure is there. Now you are going to insert an element into the data structure. For that, you are using which algorithm? Insertion algorithm. Understand what's the use of insert? You are going to insert particular item in where? Data structure. Next one, update. Okay, so simply we will say no, day to day life we need to update our knowledge. What's the meaning? Based on our world's development, we also need to update based on that development based knowledge. Likewise, update. Already lot of things you are storing in data structure. Already lot of things are there inside the data structure. So based on that, you need to update an existing item in data structure. For example, I am telling. So your school, for example, consider one class 11A means 11A. The 12A means 12A. So in our school data structure, they have stored all the 12A students' name in one data structure. So for example, roll number 2, particular name, they in the name spelling mistake is there. Okay, by roll number 2, particular student name spelling mistake is there. Okay, but they have stored in already in the data structure. But now they need to change the name as a correct. Spelling mistakes they know, they need to correct the name. So already existing item. So in data structure, 12A data structure, already they have stored all the students' name, but in the roll number 2 particular name as a spelling mistake. So that's the existing item. Already they have stored. But what's the new thing? I need to update or I need to change the particular student name as a correct. That is the update an existing item. And again I need to store in the data structure. Understand now what do you mean by update? Yeah. Then delete. Delete means I am going to delete a particular thing. So already you know delete means phone you know to delete the photos, images, videos or everything. Delete that. So already available things in the data structure you are going to delete. That's the delete data item from data structure. Understand now what are the things you have studied in algorithm techniques? Search, sort, insert, update and delete. Search means you are going to search particular item in a from a data structure. For that you are using two algorithms. What are they? Linear search and binary search algorithm. Like a sort, you are sorting and elements in data structure in particular order, any one order, ascending order, descending order or alphabetical order, anything. Okay, for that you are using three techniques. What are they? Bubble sort, insertion sort and selection sort. Next, you are going to empty one data structure is there. You are going to insert new element in a data structure. Which command you need to use? Insert. Update. Update means already you have stored lot of things in data structure, but you are going to update something new. Already existing item is there. From the existing item, you are going to add new. Delete means you are deleting particular item stored in a data structure. Understand now? Yes. So next thing, characteristics of an algorithm. This is one of the important 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Sometimes they will ask for 2 marks, sometimes they will ask for 3 mark question. Okay. What are the characteristics available or what are the characteristics need to be an algorithm? What are characteristics of an algorithm? So listen. First character is input. Okay. So each and everything input is needed or not. For example, so I am taking class for you. What input I am giving to you? Teaching. By teaching, I am giving some inputs like taking classes regarding algorithmic techniques. So what input I am giving? So by teaching, I am this about this algorithm I am teaching. Isn't it? That's the input. So what's the output I am expecting? You need to study. You need to write the example. You need to score the mark. That's the output. Understand now? Yes, same only. Characteristics of an algorithm also. First thing is input. First character, what's the first character? Input. Okay. So input means more quantities to be supplied. Particular algorithm can have 1 or 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or more or 4. Okay. More quantities to be supplied. That means particular program or particular software more than one input. Understand now what do you mean by input? Particular the algorithm have more than one input. For example, so in mathematical answer you will do the many problems. For example, I am telling a equal to 5, b equal to 10, c equal to 8. So these are variables are there. So in that particular problem, how many inputs are there now? 3. What are they? A, B, C. Understand now? So that's input. 0 or more quantities to be supplied. More quantities of inputs we can give. Understand now? Output. But output at least one quantity is produced. That only the best example I said. So I am giving input by means of teaching. What I output I am expecting, you need to score good marks. So output at least one quantity. Good marks means you need to score good mark, not a bad mark. That means only one quantity is produced. Understand? Output, but input you can able to give more than 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But output always need to at least one quantity is produced. That is the correct output. Understand now? Yes. Next character is finiteness. Finiteness is nothing but algorithm must terminate after finite number of steps. That what's the meaning means? For example, just recall the things you have studied in 11th standard, that C++ program, for loop. For loop, inside for loop, what you will give? Just think it. For I equal to 0, I greater than 5, I plus plus. Think for I equal to 0, I greater than 5, or I plus plus, or I less than 5. So how many times the program needs to execute? I equal to 0, I less than 5. Okay, less than 5, I plus plus. How many times needs to execute? 0 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Understand now? 4 times, therefore, or 4 iterations the programs need to be run. So after the 4th iteration, the program come outside the loop. Isn't it or not? So that is the finiteness. Algorithm also must terminate after finite number of steps. That means I have declared only 5 iterations. 0 to, that means less than 5 means up to 4. So the program should run up to 4 times. So it will automatically terminate if the condition is satisfied means automatically it will terminate and coming outside of the loop. Whether it will terminate after the 6th step? No. But already I have give the condition. That is finiteness. Understand now? Yes. So next one is definiteness. So what do you mean by definiteness means? So all operations should be well defined. That means what are the things you are declared inside the program that should be well defined. Well defined means, so in program you are writing what are the things you will write? Header file, variable declaration, functions, everything you are write, no? So all the things you need to be written correctly, or all the things you need to be write correctly, or all the things you need to be expressed correctly. That is called as what? Effect that definiteness. Okay, so if you are writing some functions, void read data, simply you wrote a void read data. Inside you are not writing anything. Whether it is correct? No. There the operations are not well defined. But what are the things you are giving? All the operations need to be well defined. Understand now? Yes. So next thing is effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness means each instruction must be carried out effectively. That means what are the things? Algorithms is a step-by-step procedure. What are the instructions you are giving? All the instructions need to be carried out in effective manner. Understand what do you mean by effectiveness? So all the what are the instructions you are giving? All the instructions need to be executed in effective manner. Okay. Next, correctness. The algorithm should be error free. For example, you are typing, already you have typed C++ program in Dev C++. Listen it. So if you are typing the program always you expected what? You need to produce correct output. The program should be an error free program. So the algorithm also need to be error free. So next character is correctness. Understand? Next one is simplicity. Simplicity means easy to implement. If you are going to develop one program, so each and everyone can easy to understand and easy to implement. Which programming language you are going to implement, that means if any new person is reading that program, or any new person is going to implement that particular program, easy to the way you are defining is easy to understand and easy to implement. Understand? Yes. So next thing is unambiguous. That means the algorithm should be clear. What are the things? So we will tell no. So if you are writing the exam, please write clear in your exam papers. What's the meaning? Or what are the things you are writing? That should be in clear manner. Likewise, so you are introducing or you are writing or algorithm. That algorithm should be always in clear manner. Understand? Yes. Next thing is feasibility. Feasibility means it should be feasible with available resources. That means available resources. For example, in a program already I said you have declared three variables: a equal to b, a equal to 5, b equal to 10, c equal to 8. Like that you have declared three variables. Okay. So in this program only I have declared three variables. But inside the program I am going to use the value of d. Without declaring the variable I am using the value of d. But how many resources only I have declared there? Only 3. But now I am using the fourth variable without declaring. Whether it is feasible? No. Understand? So in that program, how many resources are available? 3. So how many resources are available? Based on that, you need to use. That is called as feasibility. Understand? Next thing is portable. Portable means what software you are designing, what algorithm you are writing, or what programming language you are introducing new. So it should be a platform independent. For example, so if you are copying one photo, so you are going to view the photo in one system. So that system is introduced with is one voice. In that voice, the photo will open. Next system is we are installing another one voice. If you are going to pin the pen drive in the next system, you are going to view the same photo. That voice also support that photo. Then it is no problem. It is a platform independent. So, but it is not supported. One system it is supporting, next system it is not supporting. One OS it is supporting, next OS it is not supporting, means it is not a good thing. But likewise, which programming language, what are the programming languages you are using? All the programming language need to be a portable. Understand now? Yes. What are the characteristics today we have studied? Algorithm: input, output, finiteness, definiteness, effectiveness, correctness, simplicity, unambiguous, feasibility, and portable. Understand? Yes. Next thing is writing an algorithm. How you are going to write an algorithm. So what's the basic step is you need to follow to write an algorithm. Okay. Yes. So if you are going to write an algorithm or if you are going to write a program, so it should satisfy particular conditions. That's the first thing. Okay. Conditions and iterations. Okay, what are the conditions? For example, conditions means nothing but syntax. Okay, so in programming languages already you have studied in C and C++ program. So we have given a lot of syntaxes. So what do you mean by syntax? Just like a formula format. Only this format, based on that format only particular program will run. So all the programming languages should support particular what? Syntax, or that only conditions. And iterations can be used to write an algorithm. What do you mean by iterations? Already I said in a for loop I have given I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. What's the meaning of that? It should run up to 5 times, 0 to 1 to 5 times, or 0 to 5 times. It should satisfy. That's the important things to write an algorithm. So if you are going to write an algorithm, two things need to be satisfied. What are they? It should satisfy the conditions and iterations. Understand? Yes. So this is the typical diagram of if you are going to implement an algo. What are they? Input. You are going to give some input. The input may be a variables, numbers, functions, or anything. So if you are that means best example say means if you are typing the program in same example you take, if you are typing the program in Dev C++, you are giving input. What's the input now? Typing the program in C++. That's the input. So process means you are compiling the program. That's the process. That process is done by means of whom? Compiler. Okay, that's the process. Then after that you are getting the output. If the program is correct means you will get the proper output. Understand? So three processes it is running. What are they? Input, you are giving input, then so if the process is going on, then you will get the proper output. Understand? Yes. So for this algorithm, for your understanding purpose, they are giving one a day-to-day life, one example. So they are giving day-to-day life, our life also. We are following all the activities like algorithm. In your book, they have given like this. So packing of things, that also a one algorithm they are telling. And if you are wish to go to a particular place, so which way you will choose? The shortest way. So that also a one algorithm. Like this day-to-day activities also we are following based on these algorithms. So one example they are telling how you need to write an algorithm, or by the what's example means coffee preparation. Okay, so just understand this one, then it is easy to write an algorithm. Okay, so to make a coffee, what are the ingredients you need? Say, what are the ingredients you need? Water, milk, coffee powder and sugar. This you already know, isn't it? Just like. So, if you are going to prepare a coffee, you need the particular ingredients. What are they? Water, milk and coffee powder and sugar. So, these ingredients I am giving as an input. Understand what's the input? Now this algorithm, this coffee prepare, for the consider the example, this algorithm name is coffee preparation. What's the input I am giving? Ingredients. What are the ingredients as the input? Milk, water, coffee powder and sugar. So now all the ingredients are there. Next I am going to prepare a coffee. Then what's the process? Preparing a cup of coffee is called a process. Understand what's the process? What's the output? So I have prepared a coffee. I am going to distribute the coffee. Understand now? This is the way of writing algorithm. So even the particular algorithm need proper input, then it will process. Then if the process is correct means only. So without these ingredients, whether the coffee will be nice? No. So proper input you need to give, then the process is correct, then you will get the proper output. Understand now the way of writing an algorithm? Yes. So this is a simple example. Like this, they will give any one topic and they ask you to write input, process and output, or otherwise they asked you to write the algorithm of a particular topic. Understand? So please listen carefully and understand this one, think it and write. Understand? Okay. So next one. So that's the input, that one input, process and output they have given. Next thing, you are giving procedure for preparing. So how you are in what's the procedure? Okay, here also why they have given like means it is a first itself they have given algorithm is a step by step procedure. That means what are the things you are doing, that must be a clear step by step you need to declare correctly, or step by step you need to write correctly. So listen, for the same coffee preparation they are giving in a step by step manner. Listen, first thing, so what you will do for prepare a coffee? First you will take a bowl with a coffee powder. What's the second step? You will boil the water and so pour it with the bowl. The bowl contain coffee powder, no? In that bowl you are pouring the water. After pouring, what you will do? Filter it. Then boil the milk and mix the filtered coffee with this. Then pour the coffee into the cup to serve. This and all already you know. Preparing a coffee and all already you know. Why I am telling you? So see, what are the things you are doing? Each and every step they are writing correctly. That means step by step they are written. The algorithm is also like that only. Each and every step you need to be declared, or each and every step you need to be preferred correctly. Understand? Yes. So next thing is that's a simple day-to-day life example. Next one is this is one of the problem. Like this also they will give to write an algorithm of particular design. So what in problem they are given? So read the question. Design an algorithm to find the square of the given number and display the result. Okay. Square. Square means how many variables you need. Think it and say square. 2 into 2, 3 into 3, 4 into 4. So how many variables you need? How many variables you need? 1. Isn't it or not? Yes. How many? A means A. A square. So how many variables? A. A into A. X square. X into X. So I am going to write this algorithm for the squaring two numbers. Understand? Yes. First step. What's the first step? We are starting the process. First step I am going to start the process. Next step. So what variable I am taking here means X. What's the input variable I am taking? The input I am getting as a variable X. So get the input X. What's the second step? First I need to start the process. Next I am getting the input variable as X. Okay. Third step, I am going to multiply the input variable as a square. What I need to do? X into X. Square, the squaring the particular variable. What I need to do? So square equal to X into X. So now calculation over. Next what I need to do? Display the result. If 2 into 2 means, now I am giving X equal to 2. So 2 into 2 means what I will get? 4. Last you need to stop the process. Understand now? What is the first step for writing algorithm? Start the process. Then you need to give the proper input. Then what are the calculations you are doing? Then after you are getting the result, you need to store the variable. Then stop the process. Understand now? Yeah. Listen, this is one of the important one-word question. Algorithm that yields expected output for a valid input is called algorithm solution. For example, so if you are giving a valid, that means proper input. If you are giving means only you will get proper output. Isn't it or not? So if you are the input itself you are giving wrong means whether you will get the proper output? No. So here I am giving the variable X. But in this step I am giving X into A. Whether it is correct? No. Whether I will get the proper output? No. Why? So I have declared the variable only x. So like this, you need to give the proper input, then only you will get the proper output. Understand that algorithm that yields expected output for a valid input is called which one? Algorithmic solution. Understand? Yes. Next thing is the differentiate between algorithm and program. Okay, 4 points they have given. First point is so algorithms always helps to solve a problem logically. So logically means so easily you can solve the compared to program, you can able to solve the problem easily when and that means solve a given problem logically. Compared to program, you can easily solve the problem based on algorithm. But if program is an expression of algorithm in a programming language. Okay, but compared to algorithm, program we can't be able to solve the program very easier. Understand? So algorithm you can solve the problem logically and easier, but program is an expression of algorithm. That means what do you mean by expression of an algorithm means what are the things you have expressed in algorithm that only you are going to implement in the program. That means what the things you are writing in algorithm you are going to express in program. Understand? Yes. So algorithm can be categorized as there are a lot of methods are there. What are they means? Implementation, methods, design and techniques. Okay, so algorithms is based on what are the algorithms can be implemented using methods and design techniques. Okay, but here program can be implemented by already you have studied object oriented programming language, isn't it not? So in C++ programming have you studied? So programs always implemented using what structure or object oriented programming. But the third point, algorithm, for there is no specific rules to write an algorithm or only guidelines. This is what are the things you are following. Just you need to write by step. That's all. But program always you should write in a specific manner. That means based on the syntax only you should write the program. That already you know. So algorithms, some says pseudocode. So any language you can easily implement the algorithm. But programming is not like that. C++ program, you need to type the program in C++ alone. Java program means you need to type the Java program in Java alone. Python means Python. Whether C++ program can type in Python, you will get the output. No. Understand? So what are the difference between algorithm and program? 4 points you have studied. Algorithm you can able to solve the problem very easier, but program is a expression. What are the things your expression that only you are implementing in programming. So algorithm is can be categorized based on methods and designing techniques, but program is implemented based on what? Object oriented programming approach. Algorithm always no need to follow any rules to write the algorithm, but in program always you need to follow some rules to write it. So algorithms is just like a pseudocode or any language you can able to implement, but program you can't able to implement, and in all the language particular specific language only you can able to implement. Okay. Yes. Next one is up to this very important. After that, some topics are there. Analysis of algorithm, efficiency. This is not much important, but just I am just you read it. Okay, don't skip it, please. Just read it. Sometimes they will ask for 2 mark or 3 mark question. Okay. So next topic is analysis of an algorithm. What do you mean by analysis? What in the name itself coming analysis. So simply we will say no after you are writing exam, evaluating a paper. Simply we will say result analysis. What is the meaning of result analysis? So based on your mark, we are analyzing how many students get a good marks, how many students get a centum. Like that is the analysis. Likewise also like that. So you are writing an algorithm. You are going to analysis. So analysis of an efficiency of an algorithm is so how the efficiency of an algorithm is calculated based on two factors. What are they means? Utilization of time and space complexity. That means how much time you are taking to write a particular algorithm, or how much time required to implement particular algorithm, or how much space you are required. For example, so you are doing one project, or you are implementing one software, or you are going to design some software. That particular software require how much space it is required to store that one, and how much time you need to complete particular algorithm there. So this efficiency of algorithm is based on two factors. What are they? Utilization of time and space complexity. Understand? Yes. Next, So this time and space complexity you are telling, no, combine in programming we are telling means running. This time in the sense running and execution time. So if you're typing the program, so in the programming we are telling the time means, so that means the execution time, how much time it will take to execute. If you're typing the C program in Dev C++, so it will take how much time to execute particular program and how many operations are involved in it. Understand? So what's it deals with running and execution time and how much operations involved in this algorithm. Understand? Yes. So the running time of an operation is calculated. How many programming instruction execute per operation. For example, so I have given in a program I have given functions. I try that for loop, then conditions, if condition for loop. So how based on that the conditions only the program is executed. How many operations are in a programming particular program I have given that 5 iterations. So how much the time it will do? 5 iterations means 5 times. Based on that only we can able to that determine the time efficiency. So what is analysis of efficiency of algorithm is defined by two factors. What are they? Utilization of time and space. Space means how much space it is required. Then utilization of time means how much time it is required. Okay. So time in the sense in programming language, that is execution time. If you are typing the program, particular program is running and how much time it is required to execute a particular time. So running time is calculated by what are the operations or what are the things you are implementing. Based on that only you can able to identify that one. So next one, so already you said no. So this analysis of an algorithm is divided into two phases. How many phases it is divided into? Two. What are they means? A prior estimates and posterior estimates. Okay. How many the phases are there for analysis of algorithm? Two. What are they means? A prior estimates and posterior. Nothing but prior means before. For example, you are going to implement one project. So before you are going to implement your own project, in your mind you know. So this will be the output. Yes, okay. So this analysis of a algorithm is divided into two phases. What are the phases? Two. What are they? Prior estimates and posterior estimates. Okay. So the prior and posterior means before and after. Okay. For example, that for that only I said one example. So you are going to design one software or you are going to invent something. So after before the invention, you know this output I will get. So that is called as prior estimate. Okay, before this. Posterior means, so after you are implementing something you will get output. So whether that is based on your what are the thing you expected in the mind. Sometimes you will get the expected output, sometimes you will not get expected out. That is called as posterior. Understand now? Prior and posterior. Prior means before you are going to implement something in your mind or in your thought, you are thinking, so this output I need to get. That is expansion. That expecting out is called prior, and posterior means after the invention or after implementation. So you will get one output. That is sometimes based on expected output, sometimes not expected output. That is called as posterior testing. Understand? This is for your understanding only, I said. So prior estimate, this is a theoretical performance. For example, just like a procedure. So if you are going to do one practical, first you will write a procedure. No, that's so that is a procedure you are writing in a theory. What you are doing, the same thing you are writing in a theory. Yes, that's the theoretical performance. And understand. So here this efficiency is measured based on external factors. External factors mean you are going to implement one program. So what are the external factors? How many functions you are implementing? What are the variables you are declaring? How many header files you are using? In main function, what are the things you are using? Constructed style. So that is external. What are the things you are implementing that one? That's the external factors. Understand? So what is yes, yes. What are the things it's measure? So the prior estimates means it's a theoretical performance of an algorithm. It is measured based on some external factors. Okay. Next, posterior testing. This is called performance measurement. That means, so best example I said means if I am teaching something, so my expectation is always you should score good mark. That is my expectation. That is prior estimate. Okay. So posterior estimate means performance measurement after your that means result came only we need to identify. So this kind of marks you can able to, that is posterior. That okay, what you mean by posterior testing, this is called performance measurement. Based on the performance you can able to measure. So this analysis in programming language, if you are telling, means what is the performance analysis mean? Based on running time, how much time it is required to complete the particular process, that is called as posterior testing. Understand? Yes. Next one is algorithm. This is one of the important 1 mark questions. Sometimes they will ask for 2 mark also. So what are the things I have said? 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark. Please mark it in your book and study immediately. What do you mean by algorithm analysis? The estimation of the time and space complexity of algorithm varying input size is called. That means, so particular algorithm or program require execution time or the space, how much space it will require. That only I said. In a program I have required declared 3 variables, means it will, I can able to use 3 variables. Based on that only I can able to calculate execution time. Like this, how much 5 variables means, that means 5 spaces it will occupy. For 6 means 6, 1 means 1. Based on that only time and space I can able to calculate. So time and space complexity based on what? Varying input sizes. Based on my input, how much input I am giving, based on that size only this analysis will differ. That is called what? Algorithmic analysis. Understand? Yes. Next one is complexity of an algorithm. So what are the complexes if you are facing in an algorithm? Okay, the same thing only. So main 2 factors, time factor as well as space factor. Same thing only, they are repeated again and again by means of different things. Okay, so they are giving the algorithm as a name A. Okay, what's the name they have given an algorithm? A. Then input, I am giving input some lot of data I have given. That size of the input they are given as N. What's the name of the algorithm they are given? A. And the input size they have given as an what? N. Okay. So what are the things you need to declare here? How much time it is take to declare and how much space it is taken to store. So algorithm, what's the name of the algorithm? A. And what's the size of the data I have given? N. And the what are the things you need to declare? Time and space you are going to calculate. The 2 main factors. So efficiency is depend on how much factors? 2 factors. What are they? Time factor and space factor. Okay, so how the time factor is measured? So time is measured by number of key operations in sorting. For example, I am going to insert, so later you will study that sorting searching, at that time you will understand clearly. Okay, so what is in sorting, how many comparisons you are doing in that algorithm. So how many comparisons you are doing, based on that only the time factor will calculate. Okay, so what is in sorting this time factor? Time is measured by number of key operations. That means how much operations are required to sort the particular algorithm. That is called as what? Time factor. Okay, space factor is nothing but memory space. How much space it is occupied for a particular thing. So I am sorting some things. For sorting, I have given only one key, but I have sorted 3 or 4 or 5 times. So time becomes very high. So particular thing I am saving in one place, that savings place, that means that space occupied by that particular thing also a very huge space. So the space factor also become memory, a huge memory space I have required to save particular thing. So say space factor also a heavy. So this complexity of an algorithm is dependent on 2 factors. What are they? Time factor as well as space factor. So same thing only, a time complex, the same thing they have given us an 2 thing. What is time complexity as well as space complexity. So time complexity means how much steps I have taken to complete the particular algorithm. What is time complexity? Particular how much steps I have taken to particular algorithm is called time. For example, but I have taken 5 steps to complete the particular algorithm, means what's the time complexity now? 5. So I am writing 10 steps to complete the particular algorithm. What's the time complexity now? 10. Okay. Space complexity means, so algorithm amount of memory required to run the completion. So if I am typing one program or I am implementing one software, so how much space is required to occupy particular thing is called space complexity. So for example, I have design one software, particular software requires 2 GB space. Then what's the space complexity? 2 GB. Okay, so it's depend on 2 factors. So space complexity is depend on how many factors? 2 factors, fixed part as well as variable part. Fixed part is nothing but, that means it is a total space required to certain data and variables for an algorithm. For example, so in a program I have declared 3 variables. So in memory I need to store how many variables? 3. So how much space required for the 3 spaces? Understand? So that is a fixer. In a program itself I have a fixer. I have declared 3 variables. So in memory space also I need 3 spaces to store the variable. That is a fixed part. So that only giving examples, variables, consonants used in an algorithm. How many variables you are using, that's a fixer. But variables part mean it is the total space required by variables depends on problem. That means based upon my program. For example, the same program only I have given for loop. The same example thing, I equal to 0, I less than or equal to 5, I plus plus. So in this program, how many iterations you need? 4 or 5 iteration, 5 iteration. So how much time, how much space is required? Each iteration they need to store the variable in the variable. What's the value for I? 5 times. So how much space it will require? 5 times. Understand? But I have declared the variable I, int I. But inside the iterations, 5 times they need to do, and 5 output, 5 values they need to store for a variable I. Understand? That is a variable part. So based on my condition, sometimes I have given the iteration 3 means 3, 4 means 4, 5 means 5. That is a variable. It is changing. Understand? That only. For example, recursion is to factory. Already you have studied the recursion. Recursion means what? Function calls itself. That means that is a iteration. Best example is a iteration. Understand now? So time complexity and space. Space complexity, time complexity depends upon two factors. What's the fixed part as well as variable. Fixed means how much space already required. It is already based on the variables you have declared. It is space also declared. Variable means likewise iterations, the space required also vary. That's a variable. So by this I am ending this session. So before ending this session, so just to recall what are the things you have studied today. Okay. Yes, what are the things you have studied? So in algorithm strategies, what are the things you have studied? What do you mean by algorithm? What do you mean by algorithmic strategy? Then what are the terms you are used in algorithm? What is search, sort and insert? Searching two algorithm, linear and binary search. Sorting two things. What are they? Bubble sort, insertion sort and selection sort. Insert means you are going to insert an element, update, then delete. Then characteristics, a very very important question. So these are the characters must satisfy. If you are going to write an algorithm, means must satisfy these characteristics. Then if you are going to write algorithm, means the algorithm has proper proper thing. What are the proper things you need to implement? Input. It has a proper input. Then it will give if you are giving proper input means it will process and produce proper output. Then for that only they have given day-to-day life. Also we are doing our work in algorithm basis coffee preparation. The procedure they have given. Then also please read carefully and then only you can write it. Then they are given to calculate the square two numbers. So square how much how you need to write the program for squaring two numbers. Just read it. Then difference between algorithm and program. Then analysis. This and all will not much important. Just read it. Okay. Analysis of an algorithm. There are two things: prior and posterior. That means before and after. Then algorithmic analysis. This is important 2-mark question. Algorithmic analysis. Complexity of an algorithm is depends on how many factors? 2. What is a time factor and space factor? That time complexity and space complexity. Space is depend on 2. Fixed part. Fixed means based on how much things I have declared. Based on that already they have fixed. Variable means the if iterations are recursion based on that size. Based on the declarations they have the memory size also vary. That is called as variable part. So please day to day daily portions please study. What are the 2-mark question is 2-mark, 3-mark, 5 marks. If I am in teaching itself I am telling these are the important 2-mark question, these are the important 3-mark question. Please study immediately. After you won't get time to study, please study and write and see. Okay, so after I have this is now 4th chapter is going on. So after completing one more chapter, after completing 5th chapter I'll mark question from 1 to 5 chapters. Then you can easily you can revise it. So thank you students. Tomorrow we can continue next. Okay, thank you.